Hey everyone, it's Alicia and welcome back to my channel and happy Sunday. Well folks, I was amazed. We had 23 entries. 23 entries for the hidden giveaway. I couldn't believe it, which is fabulous. So I actually did it old school. Look what I did. By the way, you never get to see my face on here because half the time I just feel like I don't like this new haircut. I should just tell you that. I do not like my new haircut. So it's actually not that I'm that shy. It's just that I don't like my haircut. Anyway, this is one of my favorite hats. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It says, bless your heart. And you know, anyone who lives in the South knows that is both a compliment and a bit of a derogatory term depending upon how it's used. It could be like, oh, she's so sweet, bless her heart. Or it could be like, oh, the girl can't do a thing, bless her heart. You know, it depends on how it's used. The South is really interesting like that. My time in Florida has taught me a lot. I know that Florida, except for the Panhandle, is not considered the true South. But folks, I gotta tell you, after spending enough time there, it is got loads of Southernisms. And this hat is all about that. Having lived in Florida, which by the way I've grown to love in a way, doesn't mean I don't miss New York every day. I'm a New Yorker, folks. I love Brooklyn, I love New York, and I miss Manhattan every second that I'm not there. There's a reason that I moved from Canada to the US a long time ago. I have always felt an affinity with New York since I was 15 years old, and I knew I was going to live there. So it's hard for me to leave it, but Florida has been very welcoming, and there's a lot to be said for Southern manners. That's, you know, some people say, yeah, but they're polite to you, but sometimes, you know, they think things that are different. I've heard a lot of Northerners say that actually, which is interesting. But I actually find the South, every time if I'm pulled over to the side of the road, 20 people stop to help me. It's a different kind of community. In New York, you know, often you don't know your neighbors. I happen to live in a fantastic building. I have to tell you this. I live in the most amazing building in Brooklyn that has adopted me like a family member. And the entire building is, everyone who lives there was born in Puerto Rico, actually. And they immigrated and they've had families, and it's a long story. Many generations live in the building, and I'm the only person who was not born in Puerto Rico in the building, or is not a descendant of someone born in Puerto Rico. And I have been adopted and loved like a child. And I am cooked for regularly, and when I'm ill, they are super caring. I can't say enough things about my building. I'm blessed to live with the kindest people on the face of the planet. So even leaving them when I go to Florida is hard. But that said, Florida has been very, very generous to me, and it saves my health, as I've told you. So I can't say anything but I feel gratitude. But this hat is like my Florida hat, and I brought it with me to the Holy Land. This has come to mean something to me. It's funny, you know, I've said this before. I'm not a religious person at all. I have lots of questions about the universe. You know, I'm a spiritual person, however, and I do believe that what you do in this world is important. Like, what you put out is important. It's funny, Made to Create went to the scrapbooking expo and she hauled this paper. I think it was from maybe it was from Graphic 45. I'm not sure. I'm not good with the shabby paper, folks, yet. I'm still learning about it, but that paper was gorgeous that she hauled. But anyway, it had a phrase on it that was like, if you don't have anything kind to say, then just be quiet. And I loved that phrase, and I believe that. Like, I think if you don't have something nice to say, then don't say anything at all. How did I get on this tangent? I'm supposed to be picking a winner. Oh, because I put okay, sorry folks. It's been a crazy morning, in a good way, by the way, in a good way. I got to watch that haul that she did from the scrapbooking expo, and I was actually moved by the fact that Made to Create actually speaks very genuinely about these things. And I've come to realize that that's just who she is, and I'm just super impressed by that. Anyway, bless your heart hat. I decided to put all the entries in. And there are 23. So I was going to do a random generator, but I did a janky old school. Look at this. Look at this. I like literally have everybody's name in here. So I'm just going to draw it live. Not live, but you know what I mean. So that you can see me pick it out without looking. Although you can't see my eyes, I'm telling you I'm not looking. I'm shaking it up. Okay, I'm reaching in without looking. My eyes are closed. I hope this is on camera. And the winner is Amber R. Oh my goodness. Do you want to know what's crazy? That's crazy. Okay, so Amber R is Amber Rosenbaum, I believe. Amber, is that right? Because actually I think that's right. Anyway, Amber R does not watch videos normally, but she watches my videos, which is super meaningful to me. And when I did the flat mail challenge, I believe this is the same Amber R. It's funny because she normally doesn't comment, but it turns out that when I did the flat mail challenge, I had a newbie section. And Amber was one of the participants. And in fact, she won the newbie challenge. And she doesn't ever comment, but I saw she commented yesterday and then told me that she doesn't watch videos, but she does watch mine. And I was really moved by that. And I actually thought that was like really sweet. And it actually touched my heart. So Amber, you won. I can't believe this. This is like twice in a row. So yay, Amber. Well, do I have your address with me? I think I may actually. I think I brought people's addresses that I have been exchanging things with. However, I think I brought everyone's. But Amber, here's what I'm going to do. Can you do me a favor? I'll post unless you probably have it from the challenge because you mailed it to me. Okay. Can you email me at professorelishawagman@gmail.com? I'll post it below. Can you email me your address so that I for sure have it with me? I'm pretty sure I do though, but just in case. And I'm going to be making you a flat mail package of surprise goodies. Yay, folks. That made me really happy. Well, the whole thing made me happy. Your comments were so helpful. Thank you, because I really want to perfect this flat mail thing. I want to be able to swap with people internationally. I don't ever want to close someone off because it's too expensive to send something or it's too expensive for them to send me something. People asked me to do swaps this summer and I really wanted to do them. Kathy and I talked about doing a swap from Catsel Create and I love Kathy. She is one of the most genuine people. You can tell that right away. She supports people. If there's one thing about Kathy, I have to say this. When Kathy does like a shout out for something, I'm going to tell you something. I go and I take a look at it. And I'll tell you why I do that. Because Kathy's real people. She's real folk. And so when she makes a recommendation, I know there's a reason. Like the other day, she did a VR response. If you check out her channel, you'll see what I mean. She's done several lately, but a recent one for this woman who sends out like random Happy Mail packages just because she believes in paying forward. And I was super impressed. As usual, Kathy at Catsel Create will direct us to very genuine people, not necessarily people that are making 1,000 things a week, but people who are genuine in their heart. And so I always look at what she recommends. So how did I get on this tangent? I'm full of tangents today. This is so not like my brain. It must be that I'm on vacation mode, folks. Forgive me. How did we get to, because Kathy, I wanted to swap with Kathy and she wanted to swap with me, but my fear was how much the postage would cost. Like, I know shipping to Israel is really expensive from America. It actually turns out it's not so expensive for me to ship from here, but it is pricey for you guys to ship to me here. So I said to Kathy, let's do it when I get back. And I think we're going to do a Halloween swap. I'm hoping, Kathy, it's a Halloween swap because I have already been like looking at Ali to order the stuff for it. But let's confirm that. But anyway, we're doing a swap when I get back. So what I've learned, folks, is that you have to like make a swapping calendar because people start to ask you and you have to make sure that you slot things in. Because you know this, folks, about me. I am a slow maker. Slow, right? Okay, Janky scissors, not so slow because what was I going to do? But when I'm making for a swap, do you remember Sabrina's? I made like 3 prototypes of things before I actually made the item. Because as Katie says, Sabrina's daughter, Alicia takes swapping seriously, and she's right, I do. So I spend a lot of time in investing in like making prototypes before I actually make the item. And Lord, I don't know, folks, but I'm the slowest packager. Even packaging up these flat mails, let me tell you something. This is a little embarrassing. No problem. I'm happy to share because that's why we're here, is to tell these truths, okay? Because I know I'm not alone in this. Folks, like I bought these special envelopes to mail flat mail in, but I want to decorate them, right? And I've just got all these new stamps. I don't know how to use a stamping platform. I don't know how to do stamping. I just got them. So I'm like trying to learn because I want the whole envelope to be like really cool. And then one of the recipients is getting theirs in a vellum envelope filled with sequins. And it's the fold up one, number 3. And it's going to be like in a vellum so you can see through it. And like, Lord, people, packaging for me takes forever. So I need to do a calendar for the year for swaps because I need at least a month to do a good swap. And I've learned that like I need 4 weeks to do a really good swap. Like Sabrina was so great. She was just flexible. Like, if it's 3-4 weeks, whatever. She could have done it in 2. I can't. And she was so generous and waited for me, which I really appreciated. When Carmen and I swapped, we did a full month. And that allowed me to like really make sure I was investing in everything very carefully. So because it takes me a month, the maximum swapping I can do is 12 a year. That's a maximum. And that's if I do one every month. So folks, like I'm suggesting to you the same thing. make a swapping calendar, because that way when people ask you, you can look at the calendar and be like, I'm sorry, we could do one in September, we could do one whenever. I have to think about Christmas because it's important. I want to make holiday boxes, whether people celebrate Kwanzaa, Christmas, whether they celebrate. I should have done Ramadan and I didn't. I didn't actually think about it till I was here. That is a true confession. I did not think about Ramadan until I came to the Middle East. But I should have thought about that. But I'm thinking already about Christmas boxes and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah. And I'm trying to think the 12, do you guys know about the Days of the Kings and that festival? That's a Puerto Rican thing. I don't know if it's also another community's thing. But there's all these holidays that I want to make gifts for people. So I have to think ahead, like, can I do a Christmas swap? And if yes, like, when would I do that? So like, I'm thinking about all that now. Anyway, I am rambling today, folks. Thank you for bearing with me. I don't know how you got through 10 minutes of me yabbering, but as always, I am grateful for each and every one of you. Please give a big round of applause to Amber. I'm super stoked because, folks, she's new. And she's like well on her way to being a wonderful, wonderful maker. But it's hard when you first start. It's really hard. So please give her a round of applause and some encouragement. And as always, you are a pleasure. I read your comments. I have to tell you very carefully. I do my best to respond to every single comment. It's important to me that I read it and that I acknowledge it, because that's how much it means to me. Folks, thanks again. Give a big thumbs up for Amber. And I will see you soon. And don't forget to enter the subby giveaway. It's so easy, folks. And the prizes are so good. All right. Bye for now.